Or, you know, don't
There we
mind the
go.
other body pile.
There we go. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no body piles. Okay, so last session, everybody had just exited Cragmaw Castle after a little bit of light revenge genocide. No big deal. And scooted down the cliffside a little bit. You are navigating Mountain Scree, and the way is rather difficult, so your pace is somewhat reduced. And this is where we resume, I guess. You hear kind of a hissing noise, and what is it? Oh, that's what it is. It's the burlap sack.
Yes. We may or may not have had to do a bit of a weird puzzle around this time gate issue with Garthus.
So Garthus, you, from your perspective, you're navigating Cragmaw Castle, and then all of a sudden, there's a deafening screaming noise, and colors and shapes blur past you, and all of a sudden everything is dark.
Wow. Sun sure set real fast today, huh?
Yeah, and you can't see anything. You come to, and you appear to be in some sort of a burlap sack.
Oh my goodness, I've been kidnapped. Kidnappers, what's your ransom fee? I have friends that will gladly pay.
Right. So you guys hear like, "Oh my God, kidnappers!" Like the voice is affected since he's still shrunken
more
down.
or less.
Yeah.
Toa is
from the burlap
heavily. He like eyes at Lars. He is heavily debating playing along.
Lars is also looking at the sack, then looking back at Toa, wondering if he should be mischievous for once.
It's like, probably not. It's we're probably in too much danger to be messing around.
Yeah, probably not.
Especially if
Get out of here!
Toa is also contemplating what would happen if his potential playfulness doesn't work out and Garthus chooses violence.
Garthus never chooses violence.
Garthus is choosing violence
risk
right
of
now.
that.
You see, like, little pencil-sized spears poke out of the burlap sack.
Lars, just about to go and open the sack, sees the spears thrusting out in random directions and goes, Garthus, it's us!
Garthus,
we
chill it out.
kidnap you. Please stop stabbing so we can let you out.
Oh, good, because the harpoons got stuck on the burlap. Harpoons easy go in, not easy take back out.
I'd imagine so. They're barbed.
Yeah.
Lars says as he now reaches over and starts untying the top of the sack.
Before you have an
Actually, wait.
opportunity to, a minute passes, the spell runs out, and Garthus explodes out of the burlap sack as well as his spears.
Oh, dear heavens! Lars says as he ducks down as a spear flies right over his head.
Wait a minute. How do you know one of my spears' names was Barb? Short for
Lucky
Barbara.
guess?
Well.
How are you feeling, Garthus? You were in a bit of a, I hesitate to say a daze. You were frozen in time.
No, weather's not too bad.
Not now.
You also missed your chance to have a. You also missed your chance to have a ride in the Forbidden Box of Mystery and Make Believe.
Oh. You know, it's probably best not to go in there.
You would have come out.
I don't know. Not a lot of things. Well, things go in there alive. They don't tend to come out alive.
I think he would have been fine, considering that with how much blood is still covering him, he looks like he's dead.
Ah, so I'd just be another corpse to the box.
Yeah, the blood on you is still wet, Garthus.
Oh, good. I still have my tomato soup.
No, it just sort of shrugs and goes, eh. He
I just,
probably
like,
won't
lift the
survive.
visor to the helmet and some pours right out.
I see the spell also affected everything that was on you. The second we get to Phandelver, we're cleaning you up.
I don't know what you're
Sooner.
talking about. This is great.
I mean, we could do it right now if we desire, but I think it's more amusing to have him walk into town like that.
They're gonna think we murdered this poor fellow.
Well, no, I thought you kidnapped me, not murdered me.
There's a difference, but they usually go hand in hand. Not saying that I was going to murder you. I'm digging myself a hole here.
Where'd you get that shovel from?
Koa, help me out here.
The thing is, Garth, is if he was gonna murder you, he would have done it via magic. It would have been a lot cleaner.
He is right on that point. Magic is a very refined form of killing. What am I saying? No, I'm not agreeing to killing anyone here.
You can just see Toa like turning his face and chuckling a little bit.
Lars, clearly now distressed, holds his head in his hands. Oh dear heavens, what have I become?
All right, so what were we doing? Because 1 second we're in the castle, the next second I'm not getting kidnapped.
Well,
Okay, we'll discuss the freezing thing first. Toa, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Would you like to explain where we're going?
yeah, we're headed back to Phandelver after I looted what we could out of the castle and then threw everything else down a cliff.
Nice.
Very apt way of putting it.
I also have all their skulls.
I forgot about that.
Did you collect their arms?
No, I collected their skulls because they collected half-elf skulls, so I collected their skulls.
Oh man. Well, I suppose we should keep going towards Vandal then. No reason to stick around. We'll just assume what happened to me was very normal and happens normally.
You know, the other thing I just thought about here is that, Benadryl here, we tried to spend the entire session convincing to become the box, and now he is now the box overnight.
I think he fell asleep and just stayed in mimic form. I don't think he's going to be waking up anytime soon.
That works for me. He's a much better sponge as the box.
Lars trepidatiously steps forward and taps the lid of the box. You in there, Benadryl?
It seems hollow and inanimate.
Well, that answers our question.
Well, as long as it'll still move and do our thing, then that works for me.
What? It's still in the middle of our rest, if I recall, right?
No, we completed it.
Yeah, you completed it. You finished your long rest. It is 4:45 in the morning.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you were still going to have us do watch checks or not.
Nah, I think we forewent those. So let's see, 33 one unit for 6 hours. So, hours. Get about here with another 6 hours of travel. Are you going to head out immediately?
I'm in favor of.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
All right,
Yeah.
takes about a half hour to clean up camp. So that's 5:15, and then another 6 hours. So 11:15. You are on the outskirts of Phandelver. With another, say like 2-3 hours, you arrive. So I'll say about.
Could round it up to make it like, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. 15 o'clock. You're in Phandelver. There you are. I'm just gonna get.
Goodbye, Cragmaw Castle. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh. You killed them.
What?
Could you?
Killed?
They're all dead.
What are you guys talking about? I don't see any of this.
Oh. Okay. I will blindly believe you.
Excellent. Love that.
I too am in favor of blind belief.
Okay. So Just gonna put this over here. Oops. There. Go ahead and grab this. Say you arrive from, assuming the orientation is the same here, from the Miners Trail.
Ah.
But we're all
believe the
adults. We
orientation
can't walk
is-
there.
There's a compass here.
How do I?
Well, I imagine. I still think that would make the most sense, considering
Oh,
that's probably
yeah.
the trail that leads up to the mountain. We may have came from the east, but we likely followed any foot trail we could find to make traversal easier.
Yes. So you're back in Phandelver. What do you do? Where are you going? I
right.
think you remember Gundryn Rockseeker saying that they would be in the Stonehill Inn. Turned.
Yep, that is correct. He is there with Albertine and possibly Sildar. He said he may not be there depending on how long we take. So, but Gundryn said he would definitely be there with Albertine at least. So that is definitely our primary point of progression. I'm in favor of at least starting there, as I do have a couple items for him.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
But if
Sounds
anybody,
good to me.
okay,
Yeah.
then I guess we'll all head that way. Let them know
Very
we
well.
arrived safely.
All right. So you head to the Stonehill Inn.
Yes.
Righty.
That's fancy. You attach the ruler effect to the party marker. That's cool.
Yes. That was to track movement, but it's not as important here in Phandelver. Everything is kind of small.
Oh, yeah. No, I just thought that was a neat feature. I didn't know you could do that.
100 or so feet. Although I suppose we could calculate distance. Miles per hour.
I mean, walking from Miner's Trail here to the Stonehill, probably, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 minutes.
About 50.
It just depends. It's
do some quick math here.
townhouses are fairly well spaced out, so I would imagine it's a decent walk.
I mean, there's also a scale here.
That is also true. I know we could have, seen the sights and talked to a few people on the road before we made it. Who knows?
There's something
Maybe
in
they
me.
saw Garthus's ghastly appearance, and we had to, explain at least 3 or 4 times. No, he's fine,
It's goblin blood.
physically at least.
It's like, have you not seen goblin blood before?
That's a little more than goblin blood.
Oh yeah, we have more than enough to share.
I don't think they were asking for us to share it with them.
Okay, it takes like a minute to get from one end of the town to the other.
Yeah.
At 5 miles an hour, which is a jog.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me I shouldn't sprint full tilt through this town while covered in blood?
If you do, maybe consider screaming. So you arrive at the Stonehill Inn. The inn is bustling, despite the fact that you are there 2 or 3 days, presumably, after Barthen returned to this town. There is still something of a party going on. Barthen is surrounded by other villagers who know him. They're drinking, they're carrying on. Even Albertine looks a little bit drunk, which is impressive because you've never seen him so much as
Tipsy?
drink a pint of ale. Yeah, normally not one for celebration. Singing songs, and as soon as you walk in, his eyes light up dimly, and through an inebriated haze, stumbles over to you, puts his hand on Garthus's shoulder, and it's just like, "Oh, you look like hell. You really gave him what for, eh?"
Yeah, and what 5 and what 6 too.
Ah! He just like, he lets out a cheer at this, and he downs the rest of his mug. Well, I suppose party's over. He kind of stumbles back over to the table, slaps himself a couple of times in the face, beckons that you come closer.
I guess
Yeah, let's take a seat.
walk over. Yeah.
All right, well, I trust you had a safe journey, he says, sobering up a little bit now.
Oh, it was a surprisingly pleasant climb back down the hill. We didn't actually encounter much of anything.
It's probably because we killed it all in the castle.
That'll do it, in my experience. Say, what's that you've got there? He points to the longsword of whoever is carrying the one that you found in the castle.
Ah, yes.
I think I have it.
No, I have them.
Oh,
I have
you
the
do?
chainmail and the longsword. I
Yeah.
found these in one of the back rooms of the castle, and I believe they belong to you.
My
Rockseeker?
Takes it from you and he unsheathes the sword. Think I'd see this again. He sits there in awe for a moment, studying the decorations on the blade and the hilt, kind of turning it over in his hands, feeling the weight of it. And then silently he sheaths it and then sets it on the table and looks at you with gratitude. Just nods approvingly.
I'm glad we were able to find that for you. I am curious, though. You didn't strike me as much of the fighter type when we were leaving.
Roll a history check.
Okay. 16, and I believe that is a.
That was a
16 or
that was a
three. It's
that
kind
was a
of in the
3.
middle. That's a 3?
According
Yeah,
to the
All right, 3 it is then. I don't know what it's stuck on.
why did it
4.
roll that way? It's like perfectly balanced on the edge.
I don't know. I'll stick with the 3 roll. That's what it
Physics.
said. I just thought it said 16, but that was kind of where my camera was skewed.
I just
It
moused
might have
over it
s-
and it said 3.
All right.
It might have been on 6.
7, okay.
Might have been on 16.
You remember
were hovering over it.
some detail from history class that would help you out here, but it's not coming to your mind. You know that it's there. You're like, I think I remember hearing about a reason. You can't remember it. Barthen, or not Barthen. Gundryn.
Gundryn.
All these names. Gundryn nods solemnly. As you can see, lifts up his arms to show you the bruises that cover his skin. I'm not much of a fighter. It's not to say it was much of a fair fight, of course. Yeah, didn't give me much chance.
That's fair, I guess.
But it was a gift. Plus, it keeps the bandits and thieves away when they see you're armed.
Yes, no, it is a very good, almost said detriment. No, it's very helpful to have that around. Deters people.
Deterrent, yeah.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for. I'm sorry, it was a quite long hike down that hill. I'm
Fair
feeling
warning.
a bit tired.
Gundryn's accent is about to change because I just remembered dwarves have Irish-Scottish accents traditionally, so I'm going to do that.
It's
whatever
okay.
accent you wanna roll with.
Everyone's accents drift in this series, so don't worry about it.
It's so hard to be consistent. I can stay with an accent for one session, even if I write it down.
As long
Even
as I
Albertine.
know the name of the person I'm talking to, and the accent is similar enough, I can roll with it.
Okay.
It doesn't pull me out of the immersion or anything.
Very well. Let's see. Gundryn thanks you again for bringing you his sword. Then he steeples his fingers on the table and leans in with a serious look on his face. No, down to business.
Ah, yes. Business.
I
Now that we've
believe-
got you- Sorry,
Sorry,
go
I cut you off. What
No,
were
I
gonna
cut
say?
you off. We kind of talked at the same time. All I was going to say was, yes, now that we have you safe and sound from the clutches of the local goblin tribes, what will you do now, Mr. Rockseeker? We were able to deliver your provisions safely here. Do you have more needs of our services?
I believe I do. After seeing how capable you are in a fight, I've got more work for you. And he pulls out like a sack of money, slaps it on the table. Consider this
Holy
payment for your services so far. I know you didn't have to risk your lives to come after me, and I very much appreciate it.
Very good.
There are 3 sacks of 25 gold pieces.
Wow. Very, very kind of you,
Very good.
Mr. Rockseeker. I'm very gracious for your generosity.
Now, I've got another proposition. You seem like something of soldiers of fortune, so I feel like you might be interested in what I've got to say. I'm gonna change the music.
Oh boy.
My brothers, Nundro and Thurden. I last saw them at Wave Echo Cave. They took a map off me. I believe they meant to make off with it. The identity of my assailant is none other than the Black Spider.
I thought he was going to say Sildar, and I'm being like, I knew it!
That's the name I feel like I've heard a few times.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
Yeah, So I was like, well, it's a little awkward then, isn't it?
It is.
Indeed.
We've heard murmurings of them, and we have certainly found a paper trail. Says he pulls out one of the letters they found underneath the Tressendar Manor.
I was going to say, also, the spider may be closer than we think, knowing that we found evidence of his or her existence in the Tressendar Manor.
Yes, you're quite right, Lars, which is why I was bringing this up. This operation that's been going around here in the Tribal Trail area seems to be of much higher... It goes deeper than we could probably ever imagine. It's all interlinked.
He nods gravely. Aye, the Black Spider's got ears everywhere. Ears and eyes.
Well, he has a few fewer now. Doesn't mean he doesn't have a lot, though.
Indeed. The next step would be to venture to Wave Echo Cave. Now, I knew where it was once, but when the Black Spider and the Cragmaw goblins captured me, they took the map off my person. I don't know what became of it.
Well, it wasn't in the castle. We searched that top to bottom.
Yes. No, we couldn't find any mention of a map. However, we do have a couple notes, some old dwarven actuaries, some journals of mentioning the region. We may be able to do something from the clues we have.
Did you guys loot
you-
the body of the changeling by any chance?
We did,
Yes.
actually.
We did.
Benadryl. Benadryl had whatever the changeling had.
Okay. The knife, or sorry, the chest next to you begins to kind of like jostle.
All right, we need to go see what the box of mystery make-believes got for us.
Okay. Do mind the... He doesn't bite, I swear. As long as you don't get on his bad side. What is it, Benadryl? What do you have?
The chest flies open, and inside, on a purple tongue-like cushion, rests a coiled scroll.
Ah! Oh, yes, you pulled this off the changeling. We didn't even get a chance to look at this last time. Oh, thank you, Benadryl. Lars says he picks it up a little trepidatiously, as if he's scared it will bite him, and then proceeds to place the rolled-up scroll onto the table.
Tala just has the biggest smile on his face, seeing how the box works like that.
Okay, now let me... So Gundryn, as soon as he sees this scroll, his eyes light up, and he lunges for it, snatching it off of you and unfurling it hastily. breaks out into a wide grin, looks at each of you individually. I don't know what the deal is with that box, but I'm not going to complain. This is the map to Wave Echo Cave.
Oh, perfect. That's exactly what we needed then.
With this, we can find our way there directly. He furls it and stands up from the table. I'll make preparations to head out tomorrow at dawn. You're in, right? I'll give you a 10% share of the wealth in Wave Echo Cave. Oh, this is what I've been waiting for. Yeah,
Fair enough.
Certainly,
he's
more than you
very
meant.
excited now. Yeah.
Toa contemplates, even if we consider 10% a low number, in the worst case scenario, we simply murder him.
Wow.
That's Toa's thought process
You
right
don't
now.
say this aloud, do you?
No. Toa's thinking that.
No,
Yeah.
That's why
Lars-
Toa figured that the 10% was totally fine because it could become 100 at the time of his choosing.
Lars notices a weird glint behind Toa's eyes and proceeds to glare at him with an unbecoming deathly aura.
What's
Don't you even think about it.
what's your alignment, Toa?
It's chaotic good.
Okay, I want to go ahead and make you change that to chaotic neutral.
How do I do that?
I don't know, just wherever you have it written down, just swap it out. If you're using the
Okay,
app, then you go
I don't
into
think it's
edit.
written down. I don't think it's written down anywhere. So
Be careful when you're editing it on the app. Just go to the part where it says to edit your alignment and then just backtrack. Don't go through the whole thing, otherwise it might overwrite other things.
oh yeah, I won't worry
Because
about
every
it.
time you load up the editor, it's going to default to your race's pre-selected stuff, which will be like, oh, languages, choose one. It'll overwrite what you currently had.
Yeah.
So
I would say-
once you've hit next, if that's the page you wanted to edit, just back out of it.
It'll save even if you back out.
Yeah.
That's how I've had to change stuff.
Not the best way to design it, but anyways,
It works.
what's his name? Albertine. Albertine is there. Albertine leans in a little dazed, and it's just like, I mean as well. I will also accompany you to this Kregmo cave. As a friend of Gundryn, don't care about having a share of cave. You can have.
That's very kind, Albertine, but we're going to Wave Echo Cave.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
well.
This is what I meant.
Of course. Lars says as he
Ugh.
pats Albertine on the side.
Slashes his
You may have had a
tankard.
bit much to drink.
Don't know what you're talking about. Just have a little bit of whiskey. That's no big deal.
Yeah, he's fine. This is
I'm
what Albertine
fine.
always sounded like.
Who sound like this? Who I am. Yeah. Sits down heavily. This guy is like 10 feet tall. So the bench like creaks and bows. He almost falls over.
Well said, Albertine. You stay where you continue in a you do you.
I suppose I should probably go ahead and get my armor cleaned out because I imagine I'm not very sanitary for the bar.
Yes, I believe you've had a couple of side eyes from the barkeep and some of the wait staff. around.
Albertine does like a little lizard flick with his tongue. He leans over to you and he like sniffs you and he's just like, I will lick you clean if you want. He like winks at you.
I appreciate the offer, but no thanks.
Your loss. And he like sits back and continues drinking.
But that reminds me, speaking of armor, Gundryn, I think I also have your chainmail here as well. Lars says as he pulls out with a little effort the chainmail that had been folded up into a square from his bag and places it on the table as I just punch my mic over. I hope I didn't just deafen everybody.
No.
No, I didn't even
No.
hear it. I appreciate that. That'll be good to have.
Yes, I figured you might want it. It had some similar markings to your sword there, so I figured it was part of the same. It either belonged to you or someone you knew.
I'll need to get it repaired. Oh, now he's Irish. Don't worry about that. That's close enough, right? It's fine. Now he's a
Yeah.
leprechaun.
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
don't
He can just drift
forget about
between
it.
Irish and Scottish. It'll be fine.
Yeah, he
He
just
has multiple
traipses
personality
between
disorder.
them. Yeah, that's not disorienting at all. Yeah, he takes the chainmail, nods at you. He's just like, there's something
Let me
going on
remove
with my voice. Not sure what it is.
I
What a
think
thing.
it might just be a bit of excitement, perhaps.
I'm not sure. When I was talking to the other patrons in this bar before you showed up, I was fine. But as soon as you got here, for some reason, not sure what that's all about. Squints at you.
It's because you missed us. I knew it.
Well, you're my favourite employees. You're the only ones who've saved my life. Rescued me from
sad,
certain
actually.
death.
Oh, it's only the least we could do. You out of everybody out at Neverwinter were so willing to give us work.
Well, I believe in rewarding hard work. When I say 10%, I mean 10% of everything. You'll have your pick, Wave Echo Cave. In case you didn't know it, it's filled with magical items. That's the whole reason Phandelver was built 200 years ago.
Oh, yes, I've read about it in some of the journals I found from
Yes, you've read the
ancient
legends.
times.
They're
Oh,
all
Yes,
true.
no.
Hold on. Toto was thinking, didn't we discover evidence that Phandelver is actually older?
No, Phandelver.
I thought Phandelver was 250 years old.
Phandelver and the cave themselves are about the same age. If you want, I can grab the Explorer's Journal. Let's see. Wave Echo Cave. It's probably there's Wave Echo Cave, and then there's the Phandelver's Pact. The Phandelver's Pact came after Phandelver was formed.
Yeah.
Anyway, because I thought we found the evidence in here.
Yeah, that was the Dwarven Explorer's Journal. I wrote down the entire lore blurb in here.
Anyway, not important right now.
Yes. I am quite excited to see what's in there myself. I've heard tales of great craftsmanship and all kinds from all different types of races that were part of the Phandelver's Pact. It truly is going to be a marvel to see what multiple different minds and races could come up with together.
It's a wonderful place. His eyes get a little bit misty. And maybe if we're lucky, Dundro and Thurden be all right.
I'm sure they will. If they're as hardy as you, I can only imagine what it would take to do them in.
Heartier.
Then I imagine they'll both be just fine.
I'm sure you're
switching
right.
accents. Then I imagine they're doing just fine. I don't know where I'm going with that. I imagine they'll do just fine. But we shouldn't dawdle for too long. We should definitely be on our way come daybreak tomorrow. I believe you can count us in. Right, everyone? Lars says as he turns to the rest of the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in.
Albertine nods, like drunkenly.
Very well. Then it's settled. You have a deal, Mr. Gundryn Rockseeker, as Lars extends his hand outward.
He shakes it, and almost breaks your hand. He is so excited.
It's okay.
Couldn't be
I have
more
feelings, so we'll
pleased.
fix it.
He slams his hand on the table, scoots up. The stool that he was sitting on goes flying back, rubs his hands together, and says to you, "Many preparations to make. I'll see you all bright and early in front of the Tribor Trail." And then he marches out, leaving
Sounds
you
good. Stay safe.
by yourselves. He's already gone. He's
Okay.
going quick on his little dwarf legs.
You would be surprised how fast the dwarves can move. Their stature can be deceiving.
All right, so you guys have the rest of the day. It's about, at this point, I'll say 4 o'clock. It was about a 45-minute reunion. Down to business. And Garthis?
Yes.
Don't know why I said your name.
It's me.
It's
I'm
you!
Garthus.
You're Garthus. So all of you have the rest of the day to prepare, get supplies, spend gold. You all have an additional 25 gold to spend if you want supplies, health potions, etc.
Yep, I went ahead and added that 25 immediately.
I will be
I'm up to
spending some time to clean out my armor.
Oh,
you
yes,
go.
we were... I guess since he gave us the gold, we don't have to see if we have to reforge that chainmail. So,
Yeah.
because that was going to be one of our ideas. What armor do you have, Garthus? I know you said you were looking for some more.
I am wearing chainmail currently.
Ah, okay. I thought so, but I was just double checking to make sure. Because I almost just called him Garthen. If Gundryn wasn't gonna take, if it wasn't Gundryn's armor in the end, I was gonna see if I get it reforged for something for you. But it looks like he just gave us gold instead, so we can just buy whatever.
Yeah, works for me.
Satchels of gold. Yeah, you're welcome to stop by Barthen's Provisions. The inventory should still be in the notebook.
Yep.
Or if you have anything specific that you want, then
I'll definitely probably be stopping by Barthen. Because I have one healing potion left on me. But I also have, or I don't have it. Do you have it? It was either Benadryl that got it or Toa that got it. There was an item of value we could sell.
I don't have it.
That wasn't the gold statuette.
Benadryl has it.
Ah, okay. Where is the chest? I may have written it down as description.
Also, you wanna hear something amusing?
Huh.
I've been carrying a shield this whole time and it's never been equipped.
Nice.
Ha!
just on your
It's just
back.
been in my
Equip it or
backpack.
sell it. Depends if you want to use it.
Yeah.
I would like the +2 in armor class, thank you.
However, you cannot use two-handed items while this is equipped, just so you know. So there is a downside.
Do I have?
Your quarterstaff, I
that's
believe, is a two-hander.
Yeah, the crossbow is. So yeah,
The heavy
that's
crossbow.
why it hasn't been equipped. Well, I would say I haven't had the crossbow the whole time, but
If it's a light crossbow, I think you can use it. And the
No, it's the
quarterstaff
heavy
can be
crossbow.
used one-handed. It just goes down a damage die.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so instead of being a D8, it's a D6 for damage.
I mean it's already a D6 for me.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
got the
no.
two-handed property, or versatile property, so it can go up to a D8 if you use it with both hands.
Oh, I see. That's how that works. I was only looking at the right side in the app, and it's showing 1d6.
Yeah. Anyway, anything you want to do before you head out tomorrow?
I would like to try and procure ammunition for my heavy crossbow.
Excellent. So going on down to Barthen's Provisions, I assume.
Yeah, I don't see ammunition specifically.
I mean,
in
we could
his
also check with the
log.
smithy as well.
Would be
The smithy
good.
may also have a small fletching business on the side. And
I
or
also-
if there is a hunter's cabin of some kind, that you can usually find a fletcher there as well.
Yeah, I'm also looking to procure some better armor because I would like to not immediately die upon being slashed at.
Gotcha. Okay, so you're going to the smithy, yes?
If that is where the smithy would probably be the best, and then we can inquire about ammunition. That's the two things I need to acquire. I need ammunition for the crossbow, and I need I want to attempt to procure better armor. It's right next to the
I think he's
Stonehill
looking in
and
his
Barth.
notes.
Yeah,
Oh.
sorry.
Yeah,
I can see where the smithy is there.
Okay.
Trying to see if there's any.
How much gold do I have left?
We also have the money that we could divide up that was being stored in the box of mystery.
Yes, but a lot of that was his technically. I don't feel comfortable taking any of the money out of there without him actually being here. I'm sure he wouldn't mind as long as we paid it back, but I want to just keep the courtesy.
Well, some of the money that was is the party money, but whatever. We can figure it out if it comes to that.
All right, well,
If it comes to that.
I can't find any information on the smithy, so officially, I guess there is not anything going on. But there is a smithy, so you walk into the smithy and you see a very generic-looking blacksmith. Like, this guy looks like what you would imagine a blacksmith would look like if you looked him up in the dictionary.
Yeah, he's fresh off the cookie platter.
He is cookie cutter blacksmith. He's banging on a sword. Whoa! And there's bellows. And the sword, it's on an anvil. Guess what he's wearing? Blacksmith smock. Guess what he's got on his bald head? Goggles. Guess what he's got on his face? Big black beard. He's wearing gloves too.
Yeah, but they're like cutesy little gloves. They're like pink. His daughter made them.
Yeah, they're like mittens. They're very badly singed. He looks up and he's just like, "What can I do for you?"
That's you, Toa?
Yeah, I was debating if I wanted to ask him. I was looking to procure some armor. I'd like to see what you have.
Got about everything you could need, he says, and he waves to a wall that is full of half plate, full plate. There's like a suit of knight armor there, which looks like it would protect you head to toe. There is chainmail, there's studded leather. This guy's got options. Like, he's surprisingly handy for someone in a remote village. This is the type of spread that you would expect to see in some place like Neverwinter, not Phandelver.
I forgot how expensive plate mail is. Jeez.
Plate mail is not cheap.
Yeah.
But it is, I think, the strongest basic armor you can have.
Yeah. Well, kinda. Half plate if you... Well, no. I guess studded leather, if you get your dex modifier to ridiculous numbers, can be better.
Well, yeah. I don't have enough. Yeah, I don't have enough money for the breastplate. That would technically be the most optimal because I would not be sacrificing my my stealth.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if I remember correctly, let me eyeball my sheet for stealth. Stealth is 0. Okay, I don't actually have a bonus to stealth. It's one
Not
of
really
two
losing
skills
a whole
that.
lot.
Yeah, I was thinking it's one of two skills I actually don't have a bonus modifier to. The other being acrobatics.
Okay.
I don't have a positive. I have a neutral dexterity modifier, so it's one of those that it's like I wouldn't really get the most out of. Basically, I could pay 45 gold pieces for studded leather, me plus 2 armor.
Okay. Good.
If I don't mind the disadvantage on stealth, we can go heavier. I don't have the necessary strength. The only heavy armor I could wear is ringmail. I don't have the strength to equip any of the others.
What's your dex modifier right now?
0.
Okay. Then yeah, ringmail would get you the most. Yeah, at least the most within an affordable range, because breastplate and half plate are pricey.
It's usually worn only by those who can't afford better armor.
There you have it.
There you go. Disadvantage on stealth checks, though.
Yeah, I'm debating if 2 armor class is worth that. I don't really believe it is. That's why I'm looking at my other options real quick. Can someone?
What armor do you have right now?
I have leather armor, so I'm getting an upgrade.
Okay.
One way or another. It just depends if I want to go studded leather or if I want to go chain shirt. Basically, how much of my resources do I want to set on fire for this?
Yeah.
If I could wear the medium armor pretty easily.
Yep. The real question is, do you need a little gold donation to get the chain shirt?
No,
Okay.
I have enough money.
You have any gems you could pawn?
I think we did that already in Neverwinter.
Right.
We
Yeah,
still
'cause I-
have
I have 129 gold, so
Oh, dude.
Oh,
Good.
okay.
I'm not hurting for money.
we do still have that emerald pendant that we got from Thunder Tree.
Yeah, there was something about it though that we did not want to
Oh my
sell it.
god, I forgot how expensive plate armor was.
Yeah.
So we still have that on us.
I was like, I should look at plate armor. I'm sure it's not too expensive.
I mean, you want to be the knight, you gotta pay the knight price.
Yeah, it costs about 60 times the amount of gold I have right now.
I'm just surprised the breastplate is 400 on its own. But to be fair, depending on what kind of breastplate it is, it's either full curious or half curious. So
Mhm.
Well,
Well-
the other thing, gameplay wise, it's not only lighter, but also if you have a dex modifier of 2, which shouldn't be that difficult for most martial classes. Excuse me. It's only 20 pounds and would give you 16 armor class.
yeah, no, if I could afford that, I actually have the dex modifier to get that bonus.
So
Well, how much do you need to afford it? Because I don't really have anything I intend to buy aside from like a thing of rope and some potions.
I have 44 gold because I spend a lot of it on potions, which is probably what I'm going to be spending mine on. I don't really
Okay.
plan on buying armor. I tend to stay in the back a lot. I have mage armor as well, which gives me up to armor class 15.
Okay.
So I'm not too worried about buying armor for myself. Though if other people do want armor, I don't mind chipping in.
There's nothing that we will be able to afford that would be better than what I have right now. So
I mean, technically speaking, literally buying anything on here would be better than what I currently have because I have no armor. Literally none. So it may be prudent for me to buy something, but
I want my I want my support friends to live, so I will chip in as much as possible.
All right. What you guys doing?
I'm thinking probably the medium armor doesn't have a restriction on spell casting, does it?
I don't think.
Nope. There's
I think
some
it's just
spells that
heavy.
require you to have no armor, but that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends on the armor.
I know light armor's fine. Medium
Yeah.
armor.
That's more of a thing I was thinking of the second edition model that I had played with, the Knights of the Old Republic. A lot of your stuff is restricted if you're wearing armor.
Yeah, some stuff is restricted. Depends on what you're proficient with.
That's why medium armor actually kind of really sucks in that game, because unless it's one of the few armor that allows you to do your spell casting / force abilities through it, there's no real reason not to just go straight to heavy armor.
I mean, we could all pitch in together and get you two both chain shirts, and that would be an upgrade for both of you.
I mean, I have the
Okay.
money to get my own chain shirt.
So if you're a wizard, you can't cast spells unless you're wearing armor that you.
Yeah. You see, that's what I was remembering. I don't think I have any armor proficiency,
You do not.
so I'm not too worried about that.
Okay,
Okay.
does that affect my cleric spellcasting if I equip chain shirt?
So hold on. Go into your character, and I think clerics have some armor proficiencies.
Do they?
Yeah,
I think so. Clerics are actually pretty tanky.
Yeah, they actually are.
Where would I see that?
So you go to your information. page at the
information.
top left.
Then you scroll down, and it'll go to armor proficiency. We'll have armor proficiency at the bottom.
They get proficiency
Oh, yeah.
in light, medium, and shields.
Yeah, I have light, medium, and shield proficiency.
You can
Okay,
wear
so
light
you
armor,
could
medium
buy
armor, and shield, and still cast spells.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I
no armor
forgot.
proficiencies, so.
Once
Yeah,
we
I
hit
have
fourth level, if we're not already, Lars, you can actually get the the medium armor master. You can get that
I
instead
already
of
chose my
increasing.
feat for level 4.
Alas,
I
You
got
can-
Warcaster.
You can have armor at level 8, I guess.
Well, I honestly plan on using my spells for most of my armor needs. It's actually worked for me the one time I've had to use it. So
Okay.
I also hold on. Where is it? Looking at my information, I'm also realizing I'm missing some items I should have in my inventory, like
I
What?
thief tools.
I wouldn't know
need
anything about
to-
that.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and procure the chain shirt.
Okay.
That's gonna be 50 gold.
Subtract the gold from your inventory and add a chain shirt to your inventory or your armor.
I need to sprint downstairs briefly. I will be right back.
Okay.
I better hear like pounding footsteps, like pop, 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 pop.
No, you're gonna hear like tap, 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 tap. I'm very stealthy.
Alright, what do you want me to do with the leather armor? Just
You can keep it, or you can try and sell it.
Yeah, he might be willing to buy it.
let's at least hear it.
All right. So you try and sell the armor.
Yeah, why not?
Takes it from you, specs it with both hands. I'll give you 3 gold pieces for it.
Fair enough.
I don't know
it.
why he talks like a pirate. All right. He takes the armor, throws it in the back, and then he slips you 3 gold pieces.
Cool. So that puts me to 82 gold. Alright. So there's that. The only other thing I'm going to need is ammunition for my heavy crossbow.
Doke. Let's see. Bolts.
Let me go through my information, make sure I have it. I need a gaming set and a deck of cards. Now, and on top of the thief's tool.
Bolts. Okay, so
Oh no, that's tool proficiency.
you need crossbow bolts.
Yes.
All right. Do you ask the blacksmith?
I ask him where I can acquire them, if he has them, or where I should look to get them.
He grins a toothy grin, and then bends below the counter. 1 moment. And he pulls out a case, opens it. Inside, you see 20 crossbow bolts. 1 gold piece, and it's yours.
I'm assuming that's per bolt.
Nope.
No, for the bundle.
No.
For the case. He shuts it.
Yeah, go ahead.
He makes a come here motion with his palm, beckoning you to pay.
Toss him the gold piece.
Catches it out of the air, and then he slides the crossbow case across to you.
Excellent.
And add 20 crossbow bolts to you.
That goes in my inventory, yes?
Yes, because
Yes.
when you go to make a ranged, if you use the app, you can click on your crossbow to do a ranged attack, and it will automatically subtract your ammo.
Okay. There we go.
And-
Equipment.
And I think, you correct me if I'm wrong on this, Omega, if you're using like a special ammunition, it will also include the modifiers for that ammunition for your stats, if I recall.
Yes.
That's what I remember it doing, because I was playing around with that for some idea stuff.
Oh, crossbow bolt case. Yep, here we go. Will that count as the arrow, or do I need to find the crossbow bolt as an individual item?
That should count. It should count as ammunition. On your heavy crossbow, just go into the properties and select crossbow
Okay.
bolts
Just a
as the
second.
ammunition.
Crossbow bolt case, add. Munition bolt? Yeah, that should work. I think. I think so. Okay. Now I've got all that set. I don't think... Hold on, how many healing potions am I carrying? I think I'm carrying 3, or... I think I used one. Hold on. How many am I carrying? I have 3, yeah.
Okay.
I think I'll go with Garthus when he goes to get his potions. I'll probably grab 2 more. 2 or 3. I'm pretty happy weapon-wise. I got new armor. I don't really see a need for anything else. Am I missing anything that I should need?
I don't know, health potions, maybe?
That's what I was thinking, is just grabbing potions. Other than that, I think we're good.
Okie doke.
So when Garthus gets back, we'll go to Barthen's Provisions to acquire potions.
Oh no,
Sounds
I'm here.
good.
I've just been listening.
Okay.
Quietly listening. All right. Does everybody... This little excursion probably took another 2 hours. So it's 6 o'clock in the evening. Anything else that you want to do? Or you wrap up for the night?
I guess it's to Barthen's Provisions to grab some stuff for the day ahead.
Onward to
Yep.
Barthen's Provisions. All right. Everybody grab what you need. The prices should be in the Barthen's Provision
Yep,
goods.
I do
notebook.
see that.
Okay, I'm gonna buy 1 health potion. That's 10 gold. That way I've got 2 on me, just in case I need one or someone else needs one. I've got a spare. Where's my gold? There it is. 10 gold, spend... I would spend it on, like, parchment and transcribing materials, but I don't have my 3rd level spell slot yet, so...
Okay. I will grab 3 more potions.
Yep, I got
30
2 now.
gold. Add item, potion of healing. Right, that's the one we're looking for.
Yeah, potion of healing. 10 gold per.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing it in my Oh, is this not alphabetically sorted? Oh, there's ammunition.
All right.
I've got an idea. Let me... It's 5 copper pieces per. How much copper do I have? Otherwise, I'll have to see what my closest alternative is. I have silver. So what? It's what is it? It's what, 10 copper to 1 silver? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 10 to 10 to 10. It's like a metric system. 10 copper is worth 1 silver, 10 silver is worth gold. 10 gold is worth 1 platinum.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was 10 or 100. I didn't know if they were doing Terraria or not.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, I am going to spend, let's see, that would get me, each one it'd be 10. I'll spend 5 silver pieces. No, that wouldn't be 10. That would only be, no, it would be, to pick up some pythons.
Titan. There you go.
Yeah, so these are, so there we go, spend 1 silver, and then I'll get 10 pythons. I have an idea. We might need these. We're going to a cave in a rocky area. For anyone who doesn't know what a python is, it is a wall climbing device. It's usually an anchor you would use to hammer into stones. My plan is that If need be, we can either use these if we need to traverse rough terrain, and we can make a path for ourselves. Alternatively, I can use them as ammunition for catapult.
Versatile.
Another thing, I will spend one more gold piece to get a unit of rope.
Very nice.
That's where some of my money was going to go.
It's
I will
good.
in fact be purchasing 4 units of rope
Get it.
Ooh.
and 2 health potions.
All right, add the necessary items to your inventory, subtract the gold, and let me know when you're done.
Seal that, and that 10 should be enough.
You know what? I could also use a bucket.
A bucket.
This is a bucket.
That's immediately where my brain went. You know, I'll spend another silver to get another, just to be safe. It'll give me a full kit of Python. Python or Python, I don't know how they want to pronounce it.
I think it's pronounced Python.
I think it is too. I've just heard some regional dialects say it differently. So I'm saying it both ways, so I offend both parties.
Awesome.
Do I still have my rope on me? That is a good question. It might be in my pack. I do still have my rope on me, so I'll keep that in there. I don't need to buy another. Though, it might be good to buy a second in case I want to tie the rope around one of these pythons and then catapult that somewhere to make a little rope swing.
I just realized something important that we should probably invest in.
Lantern?
I'm going to stock us up on rations, just however much we think we'll need for, I don't know, like...
Oh, yes, rations. We haven't really gone over that much.
We were just using a simplified model.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I still have... I don't think we've ever drained rations on any of our days.
It's okay. I will simply assume that I'm spending money here on rations and subtract some extra money.
Yeah, there you
fair.
go.
I'll do the same.
It's what, 5 silver per day, so we'll say like a week.
Yeah, I'll do... Yeah, I can do that. Go subtracted. Anything else here? I might.
Oh right. Do you magic castery folks need paper still?
I was gonna buy some, but I don't have the spell I'm going to transcribe is a level 3 one, and I do not have the capability of casting those right now. So I'm not
I mean, you
worried
might
about
as well
it.
have the paper, because you might get it while we're in the cave.
Well, I would need a long rest to transcribe it in its entirety.
Do you have enough to transcribe it right now? Enough paper?
No, I've got the. I need 100 gold equivalent, and I right now only, or not 100 gold. Wow. I don't remember how much we said we were gonna do for that. 100 gold's the standard though, and I'm only there. I'm only like 20% of the way there. Benadryl does have the inkwell, so he's further along than I am.
Because I think I would rather have the ability to be ready to transcribe it if it's within our ability.
I cannot
to...
afford that. I would have to spend about another 80 gold to get there where I currently am. Because one it's like what, 1 gold per paper was it? I don't. Where's that in here?
1 silver for a sheet of parchment.
Parchment, yes.
It's 1 silver.
1 sheet of parchment, 1 silver. Yeah, and I've got 20 sheets worth. Yeah, I'm nowhere near it. Did we change it to 10 gold for? I don't think we did. I think we kept it at 100. I'm gonna have to go back in the episode to see what we did. We talked about this way back then. I'm not gonna worry about it now. Let's see. Anything else I think we might need? We've got rope, pythons. Oh, hey, a sack for us to buy in case we have to carry Garthus out again.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We'll just mend 2 bed sheets just like we did.
I think that's probably all I'm going to need. 5 gold pieces for a steel mirror. Part of me wants to take that, but I don't know what I want to do with that yet, so I'm not going to buy it right
For
now.
steel what?
Huh?
For what?
No, you
steel
buy
mirror.
things. You don't steal things. Jeez.
Of course, we're not stealing anything. We are upstanding citizens of the law.
Of course, of course.
I don't have anything that can really take advantage of that right now. I've got a couple ideas, but yeah, I think that'll do it for me. I'll probably just spend another 10 gold to get a 3rd potion, and that'll do it for me.
All right. Anybody else want anything?
Nope. I'm good.
Wonderful. Okay, so do you all head to bed for the night?
That's the plan.
Yep.
Assuming you all head back to the...
Oh, right. I gotta clean out my armor.
Yeah,
You went shopping with all that on you.
I
can
gave you
help
some
him.
weird
Trail.
looks. Yeah.
Yeah, I can help him with create water in order to assist his cleaning.
Prestidigitation would also...
I don't know if Benadryl can cast that at this time, and I don't know if it's in Lars.
Digitation.
Oh, it's in Lars's arsenal. Okay.
Yeah, no, I could do that. I mean, we both have it, but it is a transmutation cantrip, and one of the first one Lars learned when he was back at the Magic Academy in the capital. That alongside the mending spell.
Okay. All right, so you head in for the night. Sorry, my brain was buffering.
I'm fine.
And I'll say you sleep until about 0600 the following morning.
All right.
Yep. Very beginning of the day, you hear a slamming, like knocking at your door. It's Gundryn.
It sounds like somebody's ready to go.
You can see that again! I'm ready to head out.
Lars walks up to the door and opens it, a little bleary-eyed. Very well, Mr. Gundryn. Give us a few minutes and we'll have everything ready to go. All right, everyone. Get your stuff together.
Yep. It definitely doesn't take 10 minutes to put on heavy armor.
Oh, of course not, Garthus. I imagine you could do it within the second.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
About 6:30 in the morning, you're ready.
I thought it was just because you slept in your armor.
No. I'm not a savage.
I just sort of imagine like he has like an armor lock mechanic, so he just like plugs into the wall.
I mean, you're definitely not a savage anymore now that you don't have all that blood covering your armor.
Excuse me. That was decorative tomato juice.
Yes. Decorative tomato juice.
Yes. I don't know why people kept staring at me.
Maybe it was the chunks of brain and flesh that were still abating your different pieces of armor.
Look, you can't make tomato juice without breaking a few tomatoes.
I don't think that's the. Never mind. Just go ahead and keep getting your. Go ahead and keep getting your armor on. I'll wait outside.
We're meeting.
We're gonna meet him at the
Mr.
tribe.
Gundryn.
Yes.
Mr. Gundryn Rockseeker.
Yes.
Rockseeker.
The Rockseeker himself.
Mr. Gundryn Rockseeker. All right. So, if you're all ready to go, then you head out early in the morning. Early in the morning.
Goodbye, Phandelver. Goodbye.
Yes, you head out on the Tribor Trail, and then I'll go ahead and switch the camera.
I am waving to Barthens as we pass by it. I have no idea if he's even opened the shop this early in the morning, but I must wave.
That's. I just realized why my thing was markering whenever I left click. It's because the tab key that's assigned to it. So if you just quickly left click the party marker, just places an arrow.
Oh.
Oh yeah, does that when you click on anything?
No.
Never
Just
mind.
that. Because holding tab does your ruler. So I'm guessing it's just it automatically just presses that input for you. So if you just do a quick input, it's just the marker, and if you hold, the ruler.
Weird. Well, anyways, y'all are on the outskirts of Phandelver, marching out early in the morning. Let me go ahead and grab Gundryn and.
I guess we should have asked where this cave was.
It's okay. We're following him, and he has the map.
Yeah, Gundryn knows. Gundryn knows. And Gundryn leads you about 15 miles outside of Phandelver. Like, it is so close. You're kind of in the rocks and scree. You probably passed this on the way down from Cragmaw Castle. Like, it's that close.
Cool.
I'd say you guys spend about, from the rocky terrain, about noon when you arrive outskirts of Phandelver. Here we go. Wave Echo Cave. There.
Whoa.
So you're there, guys.
We did it.
This is it. This is it, guys. This is it, fellas.
It's the big place that they've all been talking about.
All right.
It
I wave
sure
at the cave
is.
and listen for an echo.
Not that kind of cave.
Oh.
Gothis, I don't think
Yeah.
that's how that works.
Why not? It's wave echo cave. Shouldn't me waving echo?
In order for your movement to be echoed, you would need to either make a sound or be looking at a mirror.
Toa tries to quietly use thaumaturgy to create the echo he's looking for.
Ha! I knew it.
I mean,
How did Lars
Toa
now
gives Lars a
thoroughly
knowing look,
confounded?
just kind of whispers to him, "Don't worry about it."
that's pretty
Maybe
good.
this place is magical or something. I don't know.
See, Lars, you just had to believe a little bit.
You just gotta
believe.
believe.
Lars now tries to wave at the cave
Toa also tries to quietly give him the echo he thinks he's looking for.
because Lars doesn't seem to really believe that much. He doesn't hear anything. Bart
Nothing.
looks down at his hand and just kind of goes, strange.
Okay, well,
Then he suspiciously goes back to eyeing some of the larger rocks around the entrance.
Uh-huh. That one night really screwed with you, huh?
It might. I don't know.
Just how Toa is becoming a slightly less good person as the playthrough goes on.
I
Becoming-
support this.
Becoming slightly more open to murder.
corrupted.
To be fair, the castle made him decide when he saw those half-elf skulls, he's like, okay, skull for skulls, it is.
Oh, yes.
Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne.
So true. So true. Okay, I'm trying to figure out. I was dumb and didn't prep the dungeon that you guys are going to be heading into right now. So I'm trying to figure out a way to draw this out one piece at a time.
If you want, we could go on our break right now. It's a little past half. It's an hour. It's been about an hour and 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
We'll have like 20, 30 minutes to
Yeah.
do an intro to the cave.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
just set the setting and get us into it.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
I'm gonna do that real quick and then can do.
Very good.
All right, so I'm very well underprepared for the dungeon that I was about to run. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and call the stream there, and then next weekend we will have something to chew on. We'll see you all then.